What's up, guys? This is the YouTube Handyman. Are you a handyman? Are you a contractor? You're in the trades, you use your hands to make money, but you're not getting any jobs right now? Well, check this out. In today's episode, I'm gonna be telling you what I did in order to get more jobs. Middle of last year, jobs completely dried up. I was worried. I thought it was the end, but you know what? I made some changes in my business that actually have helped me tremendously. And now I am the busiest I have ever been before. Let's get started with the first thing that I changed in my business. And that is, I stopped advertising on Craigslist. I can tell you back in the day, I used to pay $5 per post once a month. And it will get me tons of business. As soon as my post went live on Craigslist, I will get like millions of phone calls to the point where I couldn't even answer all of them. And I only did it once a month because if you don't renew your post every 30 days, usually you have to retype everything. So I didn't want to do that, so that's why I did it once a month. Now I can tell you that's how I started my handyman business. It only cost $5 and I got more work than I could handle myself. Now back in the day, I can tell you most of my customers were middle class. And I actually got quality leads on Craigslist. Well, that is not the case anymore, guys. As of last year, I've noticed a slowdown drastically. And towards the middle of 2023, the phone just stopped ringing. I was even posting on Craigslist every single day. And I was hardly getting any leads at all. Yes, I have a lot of customers that I got from word of mouth. But I can tell you my customer base back in the day was middle class. The middle class right now is completely broke. They have no money. So I had to change my business strategy. So that brings us to number 2. And that is, I started advertising on Google Ads. I started thinking, what do the big dogs do? Well, check this out. They advertise. They spend the money to get their name out there so they get leads. So I did exactly what they do. Now, my budget right now is $500 a month. But I can tell you the reason why I went that way is because I saw a YouTube video from this other handyman. The name of his channel is The Black Handyman. And he was saying that he spends $1,500 a month on Google Ads in order to, stay afloat and get a steady stream of new customers. Well, I was not about to spend $1,500 a month. But you know what? I wanted to try something out, something new that I haven't done before. Because I had this mindset of a little person, trying to save money and not looking at my business as a real business. And, looking into expanding. So I logged into my Google Ads account and I've noticed that it was set to $60. So that was a problem. I changed it to $500 a month. And I can tell you honestly, no lie, my phone started ringing 3 days later. And I can tell you most of the customers that I'm getting on Google Ads are quality customers. Upper middle class to people who have money is not an issue for them. The people who find me on Google Ads, through Google Ads, want the job done. They are done with a Craigslist handyman and then they want somebody professional who is gonna get the job done. They don't want any drama. They don't want any stress. Most times, they don't even care how much you charge, as long as you do quality work and you show up. So that's what I did. Google Ads completely changed my business. And not only have I been getting quality leads, I've also been expanding into the commercial sector. That is something that I didn't do in the past because I had no experience. I didn't know anything about commercial work. I had to get a different license to legally be able to do commercial work, which makes no difference, only on paper. But anyways, so I started doing commercial work and I realized that there's a massive shortage of handymen in the commercial sector. If you think the residential sector is bad, the commercial sector is 10 times worse. And believe it or not, I've actually been getting a lot more word of mouth through the commercial sector than the residential sector, simply because the commercial sector has money. I've been doing works. I've been doing work in clinics, mall strips, pool places, banks. It's crazy, And the funny thing is, a lot of that work that I've been doing, it's very easy, but I'm charging, 5 to 10 times the amount I would be charging in the residential sector, because you have to understand, you need a license for that, and then also you need higher liability insurance. So a lot more hoops to get into it. But anyway, so that's the second thing that I did, and then that's why I've been so busy lately, just doing, word of mouth through the commercial sector. I go work for a clinic, and then all of a sudden another clinic wants me to go work over there, because they've been waiting for a handyman for over a year. So that's the second thing that I did. Third, I fixed my website. So I went on my website, I updated it, I posted pictures in there, and then I made it easier for customers to reach me. And that brings us to number 4. And that is, I got a CRM software, which is a software that keeps track of all your customers, scheduling, invoicing, review requests. It makes it so much easier. So I have a link on my website where people can go, they can fill up a quick form, and then they can request a quote. That lead gets sent automatically to my app, which is Markate, which was recommended to me by a fellow veteran handyman. And then from there, I got the customer's name, address, phone number, everything that I need in order to, make them a customer of mine. So it makes it so much easier, keep track of all my customers, appointment reminders. It makes me look a lot more professional. When somebody hires me, they notice a difference immediately compared to just some other handyman that doesn't have a CRM software, because they get appointment reminders, estimated time of arrival, and then once the appointment is done, I send them, the software sends them a review request automatically. I don't have to do anything. Everything is automatic. It costs money, but you know what? It's worth it, because people keep calling you and they refer you to their friends, and then they know you are somebody who's doing this for a living, that you're not playing around, making excuses. This is your side hustle, and that's the reason why you're gonna do crappy work. That's the reason why you're not showing up. It's unbelievable the excuses people make up in this type of business. The next thing that I did is I started, replying to all my phone calls. Everybody who calls me sends me a text message. If I'm not able to get back to them immediately, as soon as I get time, I call them back. I text them back. I'm always giving out estimates, and I'm been getting better at it. And then the faster I send out the estimates, the more likely it is for a customer to accept that estimate. Another thing that I've done, I've been doing a lot bigger jobs, guys. So back in the day, I was being, I was still afraid of, tackling bigger things. And I'm the freaking YouTube handyman. I can do everything. So that's what I said to myself. And I've been tackling the bigger jobs. So recently, I have to edit these videos, but I did a complete kitchen remodel. I painted kitchen cabinets, replaced counters, sink, painting, moving outlets, all kinds of stuff. Like, it took me like a freaking week and a half, and then I just did another big job that's taking me 8 days to finish. Moving a laundry room to another room, and then bunch of drywall, framing, custom shelving. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Big jobs, jobs that other handymen are not willing to take, and contractors are making their customers wait months. So there's nobody to do them, so I've been doing them. I've been getting tons of money, and these people are giving me, referring me to their friends, because it's hard to find somebody who will, one, show up, two, do what they say they will do, and then do a good job. at least enough to get paid. So these bigger jobs usually take about 1 to 2 weeks to do. And one thing that I've noticed is having a good balance of big jobs and small jobs is the way to go, because when you don't have small jobs, a big job is gonna easily keep you busy for a couple of weeks, and then while you're busy doing the big job, you're still gonna get phone calls, and then you can book them way ahead of time. So right now I am about a month out booked, and it kind of sucks because I still get a lot of calls, and a lot of people want the job done right now, or at least within the next few days. But if I have bigger jobs that I'm doing right now, I just can't get to it, but that's a good problem to have, and I'm not complaining. And that brings us to the next thing, and that is, now this one, guys, I'm not crazy, not making this up. I strongly believe in this, and I think besides Google Ads, this is one of the main reasons why my business have completely changed for the better. So I follow the karma system. You do good things will come back to you. So I've been doing a lot of free work. If somebody's in need, I'll give them a discount. If not, I'll do it for free. If I'm walking by a store, I see a homeless person, my old me would just keep walking by, ignore the homeless person. Now I reach in my wallet and give them money. It's not for me to judge them. I'm doing my good deed. I strongly believe in this. I believe we live in a video game, guys, and then that good deeds are like points, and the more points you accumulate, the better things are gonna go in your life, or even in the next life, if you believe in that. So I've been doing that. I changed myself completely 100%. So anytime that I can do good, I will do good. Am I 100%? No, I'm not, but I can tell you I'm 99% better than what I used to be. If I see a customer in need, I'll give them a discount. I have several jobs that I've done, and I didn't charge a penny. I even make videos of those jobs. I just gotta post them. But I can tell you, that has changed my life tremendously. Let me give you an example. So there is this job that I had. I was installing a mini split, right? So as a handyman, I'm able to install a mini split, no issues at all. Now, technically, some companies, they want a licensed HVAC technician to open up the refrigerant. A lot of those mini splits come pre-filled, and even though the installation process is very easy, in order for them to activate the warranty, they want proof that a licensed HVAC person installed the system, or at least open up the refrigerant and vacuum the system. So obviously, I'm a handyman. I'm not an HVAC licensed person, but I have a friend who is. Oh, I thought he was. So I did the installation, and then I told this guy, "Hey, dude, can you come over and hook me up? All you gotta do is, vacuum the system and turn 2 screws, and then we're good to go. 15-minute job." So he's like, "Sure, I'll hook you up." Well, anyways, a day before the appointment, I came to find out that he is technically himself not licensed. He works for somebody who's licensed. And then, I was like, man, the only reason I needed him was just to turn the vacuum the system and then release a refrigerant, right? So I'm like, whatever, I was not gonna get mad at him. Maybe it was miscommunication. So I said, screw it, you know what? Come over and just get it done anyways. And then we'll use my license, even though I'm not licensed in HVAC. I just gave the customer, a 2-year warranty. So even though the company is not, if something happens to their system, the company is not gonna pay for it. So I'll have to pay for it. But you know what? Whatever. So it was last minute, and I still have my friend come over and vacuum the system and then release the refrigerant, even though I could have done it myself. But I'm like, whatever. So I was trying to help him out. But anyways, long story short, that was the first job that we did together, and it didn't go 100%, but it went. 2 weeks later, I get a text message from this lady. She works for a clinic, and then she was referred. The HVAC person referred me to her. And initially, I was so busy, I almost missed this client because she got lost in the shuffle. So I gave her an estimate, and then I didn't reply back to her. So came to find out the HVAC guy, my friend, referred me to her. And then when he went back over there to the clinic to do maintenance, she asked him, about me, and then he sent me a text, and he was like, "Hey, dude, do you reply to this lady? She's still waiting for a response." And I almost missed her, right? So, anyways, I went back. I replied to this lady, and initially I thought it was just like a shoebox, clinic or something like that, right? It's an eye clinic, and I didn't think it was gonna be a big deal. So we make an appointment for some little things, right? And then I show up on the day of the appointment, and literally it's one of the biggest eye clinics in my state. The place is easily, I would say, 50,000, 70,000 square feet. They have a massive parking lot. This is a real freaking clinic, like a full-blown clinic. And the things that I was doing for them, they were so simple. It just made really no sense. Let me give you an example. So they had this dishwasher. They had the plumber, installed a dishwasher. But he didn't screw the dishwasher into the cabinet. So every time they opened the door, he fell over. So they called the plumber to fix it. He never came back to fix it. So they called another company. They had to wait 4 months for an appointment. So the plumber comes over, he fixes it, right? So he leaves. So guess what happens the next time they open the door? He falls over again. So they call this company, and then no answer. You know how much that plumber charged to fix that dishwasher? $560. So they called this company, this other company, and then they sent another plumber to fix the dishwasher. Second plumber, he's like, "You need a carpenter. I'm a plumber. I'm not able to do simple common sense stuff." He told him, and then he leaves. And guess what? He charges them $560 too. So they paid, so far over $1,100 to fix something very simple. So that was my first task at that clinic that day. And it took me less than 10 minutes, and all I had to do was put freaking 2 screws into the counter. And the funny thing is that they have been waiting for over a year for somebody to come over to fix that. And no, I didn't charge them $560, but I can tell you that clinic has made me thousands of dollars. And then they're usually waiting 2-3 weeks for me to come over every single time because I'm being really busy. And it's one of the best clients I have ever had. And everything happens for a reason, because if I had never, hired my friend, the HVAC guy, or, got mad at him for telling me that he was licensed, but he was not, it was his boss, and his boss didn't want him to use his license for this job, I would have never gotten this client. And I would have missed out on thousands of dollars. And more, money to come in the future. So that clinic, now I'm not only doing tons of work for that clinic, they also have another clinic nearby, and then they're making me freaking rip out all the floors, paint all the freaking walls. I'm talking about tons of money, guys, weeks worth of work. But like I said, guys, karma is, believe it or not, if you're struggling, whether it is, work, personal life, just try it out. It will change your life. You may not get rewarded right away. It may take, a few weeks, a few months, even a few years. Or maybe in your next lifetime, you don't know. That's the only thing that, it's not, it's I don't like about this karma system is you just don't know. But I can tell you, my life has changed since I started living by good karma. So those are the things that I've changed in my life in order to improve my situation. And right now I am the busiest I have ever been, even before the slowdown. But I can tell you, my clients right now, the upper middle class, or people that, money's not a problem for them. Middle class are gone. And that used to be my main clientele back in the day. That's why I was struggling, because they were the ones mainly hiring me, because remember, I used to advertise on Craigslist, and most people who have money, they don't go to Craigslist. They go to Google, or they type in keywords. I need my walls painted. I need a new room, built, or things like that. So, but yeah. So if you're struggling, guys, those are the things that I did myself to better my situation. And that's it, guys. So if you have any questions, comment below, and if you like the video, don't forget to like it. And as always, I will see you next time.